Good morning students. So starting on with next problem, that is problem number 14. So problem number 13th is an assignment problem. It's of similar kind of problem. I hope you can do that, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. And next, coming on to problem number 14, here is the question. So Vikram Milk Food Company Limited of Vijaypur sent to Sundar Stores a baby food product packed in 2000 tins of net weight of 1 kg. So here Vikram Food is an consignor and Sundar is an consignee. He is sending a baby food product which is packed in 2000 tins of net weight of 1 kg. So tins means maybe baby food product was contained in a box. So as you know, the box, the one content 1 kg box like that. So 200 box of 1 kg each. So one box is 200, one box is 1 kg. Like that 200 boxes was sent of 1 kgs and 6000 tins of net weight of half kg and 6000 small boxes of half kgs was sent on consignment basis. The consignee's commission was fixed at 5% of the sales proceeds. So here the commission is paid at 5% of the sales proceeds. Next, the cost price and the selling price of the product is as under. So they have given the cost price and also the selling price. Cost price, which is a manufacturing price. So here for 1 kg tin, the cost price is for each tin, that is 10 rupees. For half kg it is 6 rupees for each. Like that itself for selling. For selling that tins, for 1 kg of tin is sold at 15 rupees each and half kg of tin is sold at 7 rupees each. So next, coming on to the adjustments, the next thing, the consignment was booked on freight to pay basis. So this to pay basis means you are supposed to understand one thing over here. To pay basis freight means the person who is receiving the freight, the person who is receiving the goods will pay the freight charges. So who is receiving the goods? So if in this sum Sundar is receiving the goods, right? So Vikram is sending the goods, the receiver is Sundar, that is consignee. So to pay basis means the consignee should pay the freight charges. And freight charges come to 2% of selling price. So here how is that person Sundar is paying 2% of selling price. 2% on selling price he will be giving a freight charges. So full stop. One case containing 50 1 kg tins. So there was a case. In that case means it might be a big box. So in that 50 boxes, 50 small tins were there. So that tins consist, one tin consists 1 kg. So 50 tins. So each tin cost 1 kg was lost in a transit. The insurance company admitted a claim of 450. So lost in transit is an abnormal loss, and also they have received the value from the insurance company. At the end of the first half year, the following information is gathered from the account sales sent by the consignee. First is, so here this is account sales information, that is sales information. The sale of 1500 tins of 1 kg. So 1500 tins of 1 kg each was sold and 4000 tins of half kg each was sold by the consignee. Next is store rent and insurance charges 600. So he has also incurred a store rent and insurance charges of 600. So that is an recurring expenses of consignee. Next, coming on to show the consignment account and consignee's account in the books of Vikram Food Company Limited. So here we are supposed to show the consignment account and consignee's accounts in the book of Vikram Food Company Limited, assuming that the consignee has paid the amount due from them. So here assuming that he has paid the entire amount for the consignee has paid the entire amount. So next, coming on to the given information. So here the consignor is Vikram Food Limited, consignee is Sundar Stores. Consigned goods, what they are selling, that is baby food product. So how much they are sending? 2000 tins of 1 kg, each cost 10 rupees. So here we know the selling, that is cost price of preparing each tins. So 2000 tins was sent, 2000 tins of 1 kg, each cost 10 rupees, that is 20,000. Next, 6000 half kg tins was sent, that is each tins cost price is 6 rupees, that is 6000. So next, coming on to commission I'll say later after calculating the sale value. Next, coming on to the consignor's expenses. So here, as I said, coming two payments paid by the goods receiver. So how is that freight charges? So they said the freight is paid on a sale value of at 2%. So they have sent 2000 and 6000 worth of tins. So 2000 worth of 1 kg, 6000 worth of half kg. So as they said, it was on sales value means, so they are supposed to take the selling price, not the cost price. So selling price of 1 kg tin is 15. The selling price of half kg tin is 7 rupees. So 2000 into 15, 30,000 into 2%. So 2% on sales is 600. So 6,000 into multiplied by 7, 42,000 42,000 multiplied by 2% of freight, 840. So this is of expenses of consignor. So next, coming on to the abnormal loss in the transit. So they lost the 50 tons of net weight 1 kg each. So next, coming on to sales. So they have given, here the sales information has been given, 150 tins of 1 kg and 4,000 tins of 1500 tins of 1 kg and 4000 tins of half kg has been sold. So 150 tins of 1 kg multiplied by, they are given the selling price over here. So selling price is 7 that is 15 rupees for 1 kg, that is 22,500. 4000 tins of half kg is sold at 7 rupees each. So that is 28,000. So now you can calculate the commission. So that is 22,500 multiplied by, what is the commission rate? Commission rate is 5%, that will be 1,125. So next is for half kg tin, that is 28,000. 28,000 multiplied by 5%, that is 1,400. So the total commission is 22,525. So next is consignee's expenses. So is have been paid. So here they are given, they have been paid store rent and insurance charges 600. So that is an recurring expenses. So this is of related to adjustment. So now next, coming on to what we are supposed to prepare. We are supposed to prepare the value of closing stock. So here one thing you are supposed to understand over here is, we are supposed to make two different subheadings for 1 kg and half kg, because they have been not only sending 1 kg of goods, they are sending different quantity of goods, that is of 1 kg and half kg. We are supposed to calculate how much of 1 kg tins is remaining, how much of half kg tins is remaining. So that's why we will be doing it separately. The first thing for calculating value of closing stock, so your goods sent on consignment. So what is the value of 1 kg goods that has been sent? 2,000. So the value of each good sent is 20,000. So half kg 6,000 tins was sent, that is of 36,000. So that is next is non-recurring expenses of consignor, that is 600 and 840. I have been showed you how to calculate the 600 and 840 in the adjustment itself. So next we will be adding that, we will be arriving at cost of goods in transit, that is 2,000, and then 20,600, and then quantity of half kg is 6,000, and then 36,840. Next we are supposed to minus that from normal and abnormal losses. So we don't have any kind of normal and abnormal loss, that is we don't have normal losses, we have abnormal loss, that is goods lost in transit. See, the goods lost in transit 50 tins of 1 kg. So we are supposed to write the abnormal loss only in 1 kg's column, not in this half kg, because the goods which has been lost in transit offers 1 kg's net weight. So how to calculate? We have a formula, that is we will be writing of first the goods sent on consignment multiplied by goods lost in transit divided by quantity of goods sent, that is 20,600 multiplied by 50 divided by 2,000. So that will be, that is lost of goods is 50 tins. So the value of that tin is 515. So next, this is the value cost of goods received by consignee. So 1,950, 20,085, 6,000, 36,840. So next is non-recurring expenses of consignee. No, there is no non-recurring expenses of consignee as an expenses, but that is in recurring expenses which will not be writing in calculation of closing stock. So we don't have any kind of that. So the value will be cost of goods in go down. So next we are supposed to minus normal and abnormal loss in go down. So in this question we don't have normal and abnormal loss in the go down. So there is nothing, it's a nil. So the next is cost of goods available for sale. So after this much, calculating this much, you are supposed to calculate, that is the unsold stock. So how we will be calculating the unsold stock? So the formula for calculating unsold stock is cost of goods sent on consignment, goods available for sale, cost of goods available for sale minus sales value. The cost of goods available for sale is 91,000. That is only we will be doing with quantity. quantity. So 19,500 minus what is the sale value? They have been given here. The sale value has been given in the question, that is 1,500. So next coming on, that will be 45,000 tins were sold, that were unleft, that was unsold. 1 kg worth of 450 tins was unsold. Next for half kg, 6,000 minus 4,000, that is 2,000 tins of half kg was unsold. So now we are supposed to calculate the, what you are supposed to calculate? You are supposed to calculate the value of unsold goods. So how is that will be calculating? So cost of goods available for sale multiplied by quantity of goods unsold divided by quantity of goods available for sale. We will be doing it for 1 kg first, that is 20,085 is the quantity of goods available for sale, multiplied by goods unsold is 450, divided by quantity of goods which was available for sale is 1,950. So the value of this 450 goods, 450 tins of 1 kg net quantity is 4,635. The same way we will be doing it for half kg also. So this is all about calculation of closing stock, value of closing stock. Now we are supposed to calculate the ledger accounts in the books of consignor. So they have asked for the ledger accounts in the books of consignor. So the first ledger account we will be preparing is, what you are supposed to prepare is consignment accounts. So on the credit side, by abnormal loss, we have an abnormal loss which will be recorded on a credit side of consignment account. So that is 515. So while calculating the closing stock itself, we would have calculated the abnormal loss also. How much is the value? That is 515. Next is sales. So in the adjustment, while doing the adjustment, I said that sale value. So here it is the sales. By sales, 22,500 of 1 kg to 28,000 of half kg. Next is by goods sent by consignment account. What is this? This is an unsold value, that is the value of unsold goods. We have calculated here the value of unsold goods, that is 4,635, 12,280. So yes, 4,635, 12,280. So this much is of credit side. So while coming on to the debit side, the first thing we will be recording it's the goods sent on consignment. The value of goods which and all was sent on consignment, that should be recorded, that is worth of 56,000. So next is, you are supposed to, next what you are recording, we were recording by bank account expenses of consignors was recorded, right? By bank account expenses of consignor was to be recorded, but here the expenses, as the expenses is to pay basis, right? The freight charges is to pay basis. So when it is an to pay basis, we will be paying that the consignee should be paid. So why will not be recording as by bank account, will be recording as by to but it will be recording as to Sundar Stores account. This is the expenses of consignor but to be paid by consignee. So why to Sundar Stores account 600 and 840, that is 1,440. Next is to Sundar Stores account. This is the expenses of consignee, 600 worth of rent and insurance. So next is commission for the consignee, to Sundar Stores account commission, that is 1,125 and 1,400. So here this much, only this much is of credit and debit side. So now we are supposed to see, is this a profit on consignment or a loss on consignment? So when here the credit side is more, the debit side is less. So this shows that is a profit on consignment. When the debit side is more, it is an when the credit side is more, so that time it will be a profit on consignment. If that is the debit side is more, it is a loss on consignment. So profit is 7,365. So next you are supposed to prepare, what you are supposed to prepare? We are supposed to prepare the consignee's account, that is Sundar Stores account. On the debit side, what you will be recording? By consignment account 1,440. This is the expenses of consignor but will be paid by consignee. So it should be recorded here. So next is by consignment account expenses of consignee itself. Next is by consignment account, this is the commission of consignee, and on the debit side to consignment account, that is the selling value, how much of goods has been sold, that is 50,500. So here balance to be settled as by bank account 45,935. So this is of consignee's account. So next what you are supposed to prepare? In the question they were asked only for consignment and consignee's account, but we can even prepare with goods sent on consignment and abnormal loss account, because they have given, we have an information. So I will be calculating goods sent on consignment account by consignment account 56,000 on the credit side. On the debit side, we will be transferring the value of consignment to the trading account 56,000. So this is of goods sent on consignment account. Next we will be preparing, that is abnormal loss account. On the debit side, what is the loss which has occurred, what is the loss that has been incurred on the consignment, abnormal loss which has been incurred on consignment should be recorded to consignment, that is the value of abnormal loss in consignment, that is 515. So on the credit side, where will that value will be receiving? By insurance company we have received 450 and from profit and loss account we will be taking 65 rupees. This is a balancing figure, right? So insurance company is paying 450. In the question they have mentioned the insurance company is paying 450 rupees. So next is by profit and loss account 65 rupees. So it is tallied. So this much is about that is abnormal loss account. That's all. So if you have any doubt, please ask back. Thank you.